Hi, this is a really short video on skin top wigs. There's a few different styles and a skin top wig can be really great for the budget. Unfortunately, sometimes a skin top wig may not look that real, so let's see what we can do today to help that skin top wig look more real. Now, this is a really great skin top wig, but you can see in there that the fibres are really tightly packed together, which isn't all that realistic on a real person. Quite often there's a little bit of jaggedness through there, through the part on a real person's head of hair. This is another skin top wig and it's really beautiful in the wave pattern, in the colour. I could never get my own hair to look like this, but unfortunately with this skin top wig you can see it's similar to the other one I showed you where the fibres are tightly packed through here, but unfortunately this one doesn't have a fringe or a bang. And so if you look closely, there's a very thick part here at the front of the wig which would sit here, and that might be quite noticeable. So if I wear this wig, I wear it with a hairband, just like here. I cover it up so that the rest of the wig looks really real, and I've covered up this part that isn't looking so good. The other really good thing about the skin top wig is that it's a really budget type of wig. This one here cost me under $20 and the colour is fantastic. I really love the cut that they've given to it. But if I wanted to buy this wig in a higher end brand, it could cost me $300 to $600 or more. Now, because it has the bang, it's covering over that thick rim at the front of the wig. So that bang is actually making this wig look more realistic. The only trouble with this wig is that it is tightly packed through there, so that part there doesn't look as realistic as it could. If you're just looking at it at a glance, you think, yes, that's okay. However, if you compare the top of this wig to a more expensive wig that has a lace top, you can see that on the lace top there's a lot more space down that part. It isn't as tightly packed. Now, this is sitting on a wig head, so if you're looking through it, it has a white background underneath it, which might make it look a little bit unrealistic, but in real life, when this wig is on your head, it looks extremely realistic. But this wig also comes with a really big price tag. This one cost me between $350 and $400. So let's go back to this wig, the one that I'm wanting to make more realistic. Now, what we can do is we can remove some of the fibres along here. Now, that's something you want to do slowly and carefully, because if you take too many out, you can't put them back. And then you're going to have to wear a headband right over the top. But if you make a mistake, you can do that. So the other thing, that this skin top actually goes a lot further back here, and on a person's head of hair, their part usually does extend a bit further back than that. So one of the other things you can do is lengthen the part down the back there, feel where that skin top ends, and remove a few more hair fibres from there. Now, just take a few out at a time and you kind of give them a twist and a pull. They come out quite easily. So I'm just going to go along there and pull a few out on either side and just open that part up a little bit. I'm not going to do it the exact same on each side, because our own parts, if we still have our bio hair, they're not exact on each side. So a little bit of difference on both sides just does add to that realism. So I'll speed this part of the film up so that you're not bored by that. But as you can see through here, there is more skin top down the back. So I'm going to also open that part up there. Now, because these skin tops are often tightly packed along there, you can also get a comb and just run it on the side of the part. You can see through there that there's still skin top there, but I've parted it down the side of the part that we're actually trying to make more realistic. But what you can do to remove some of the bulk is to remove some of the fibres along here. That's just going to help in making it look more realistic. So again, I'm just going to get some of those fibres, pull them out along there, and just remove some of that bulk along there. You don't have to be as careful along this part because you're not going to see this part, but it's just going to remove some of that bulk. You can go in through there. It's just good to remove some of it, and it's just removed a bit of the density there. Now you can keep going with that and reduce that density even more. Now I'm going to make a little part down the other side of our main part again, so that I can remove some of the density on that side, but not make our actual part too thin. So again, just removing those fibres along there. So I'm going to remove a few more of these fibres. Fold that hair back again and keep a check on that so that you're not going to remove too many. But already this is starting to thin out and look a little bit more realistic. So that's the process. You can keep going with that till it's looking realistic from your point of view. There are some lucky people out there who have a very dense head of hair that might mimic this, but in the majority, most of us don't have such tightly packed hair down the part of our head. So just looking through there now, that's looking quite different. I think it needs to be thinned out more and expose a little bit more underneath here of that skin top, just to make it look a little bit less dense and a bit more realistic. So let me know in the comments below if you've bought a skin top wig. I think they're a really great way to start in terms of budget, just to check if you like wearing a wig, if it's going to be for you, before you start outlaying the really big dollars on a really super duper lace front wig. This wig I'm wearing is Angelica Mono by Noriko. It has a mono lace top, but it has a very hard pressed front, but it does have bangs to cover that up. And if you have some bio hair, you can pull that out from the sides just to make that look more realistic as well. And on these skin top wigs as well, if you've got some bio hair, you can pull that out from the sides as well. So I'm just going to go put that wig on. It's always a really good idea to put the wig on, have a look in the mirror, see if it's looking the way that you want, and if it's not, take it off and readjust it. Here's that skin top wig that I've removed some of the hair from. I really love the style of this wig, and for under $20, I don't think I can go wrong. It's just that sometimes you need to adjust the top, take some more fibres out, or play around with the part with your comb and just get it where you're feeling more comfortable. You can also pull those fibres back so there is no part at all. With these synthetic wigs, you can adjust the fibres just with a little bit of heat from your hands. This one's got bangs, and so if they're falling in my eyes a bit, I just pull it back and I just put some heat from my hands and some pressure, and then I just fluff it around a little bit. So I think for under $20 you can't go wrong. Let me know in the comments below your experiences with skin top wigs. Just be a little bit wary of the skin top wigs that don't have bangs, because the only solution I've found for those is to wear a headband. And you don't always want to wear a headband. But these cheaper wigs are really great. That's just beautiful. That looks so natural. Those fibres look so real. But it saves the more expensive wigs such as this that you want to keep for good. So if it's windy, it's rainy, it's really terrible conditions outside, and you don't want to damage the fibres on your really expensive wig, pop on one of your cheaper skin top wigs. Thanks for joining me on Julie's Wig World, and YouTube's going to have a video here selected just for you. Again, remember to subscribe if you're enjoying this content. I know there's a lot of people out there who watch this channel regularly who still haven't subscribed. You could do me a really good favour by subscribing, and that'll really help all of us moving forward on our wig journey and helping me to produce more content for the channel. Any comments down below? Again, let me know your experiences. Have you bought a skin top wig? Are you too scared to? Have you bought one and it was a disaster? Have you bought one and you absolutely love it? Share all of that with the community, because it really helps us move forward together and learn from each other.